A producer is there. Okay. All right. So, Pao, would you want to read this question for
Sige,
us?
sure, sige. I approached boss for clarification, okay? Leader asked me the question back, putting pressure on me. Also said that this will be used as an example. So added pressure. But not that is not the help I wanted. Okay. This is an interesting situation. Lippy, if you'll allow me to go first, and I'm pretty sure you'll have quite a bit to say on this also. But I can relate to this in a sense because this is actually the way I try to approach my team. And so this may be an unpopular answer here, or as sabi nga nung nagbato ng question, this is not the help I wanted. But if you will, hear us out here. No? And the way I try to approach my team in general and people who ask for support or help is I do ask questions also. But obviously, I don't throw back a question. At least not always. Now, ikaw, anong gagawin mo? Because obviously that the person probably approached me or asked for help or advice exactly because they don't know. But what I try to do is ask meaningful questions that hopefully will lead the person to make a meaningful decision or choice for themselves. And there are a number of reasons why I do this. And I'll try to simplify. So I think if I were to simplify, the reason I do this is because, well, number one, it's easy enough for me to say, if I were you, this is what I do. And sometimes that might be the most immediate, the most efficient help that I can give. But it isn't always the case that the capability, the personality, the disposition of the person asking for the advice will allow for that to be the most helpful course of action. Posibleng sa akin, it makes entirely um, entirely sensible, reasonable sense. Sa kanya, parang, paano ko gagawin yun? And it might be a matter of resources or capability. So maybe the context is not right. Second is, di ba sabi nga nila is, you can either give a person bread or fish to eat, or you can teach a man to fish. And essentially, if you give them direction outright, ito yung gawin mo. It may not prepare them to face a slightly different situation later on. If it's exactly the same situation, if it's exactly the same challenge, then sure, maybe they will apply it like a formula. But we all know that challenges change. No? Sometimes there is a slight tweak, there's a slight difference in the context, in the background. And if we resort to just giving out direct answers, it's possible that we're not actually helping the person grow. So where I'm going with this is I feel like it's entirely possible that the boss is actually trying to help you grow. Now, it's possible that the questions and the manner of asking may feel intimidating, may feel a bit overwhelming. If that's the case, you might want to clarify it and say, kahit pabiro, boss, teka lang, medyo nakaka-overwhelm yung tanong. Or then it might actually lead the person to say, oh, sige, maybe I can phrase it differently, which I have done myself. I've had people tell me, I'm not sure how to answer that, or I'm not sure. So then maybe you phrase it differently. Now, the second part, I'll just touch on this, Lippy, before I hand over to you. Also said that this will be used as an example. I'm not quite sure what this means, no, but if I were to imagine it, it might be using the particular situation, the particular context, or even the approach as an example to the rest of the team or the organization. And that I can understand, can add pressure, can add a sense of, depends, no? If it's a negative situation, it might be embarrassment, it might be humiliation. In that case, what I would do is I would be upfront about it. And I'd say, I'm not very comfortable with that. I hope you understand. And if need be, siguro I would spell it out. Maybe it's a sensitive topic, sensitive matter, or I feel like I will not be put in a good light in this situation. So I would be that upfront about it. Lippy, anything you'd like to add here?
I agree with the points. And questions are a great tool to help train people and um, develop empowerment. Actually,
Yeah.
right? Asking the people to. So for me, what I want to focus on here, apart from what Pao has already shared, is the line. But that is not the help I wanted, right? So then
Right.
be forthright with your boss with what is the help that you're looking for, right? They ask the
That's true.
question
That's
back.
true. That's
right?
true.
And you can be direct with, so I really don't know, and you can start it off with by sharing what are the facts, and and if, let's say, example, boss asks, you ask the boss for a clarification, leader asks you the question back, you can say, boss, actually I'm looking for alignment here, I really want to know
Mm.
what is the right thing to do in our team slash company or in this process. In my awareness, this is what I would do, blah 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 blah, but I'm not sure, because I don't
Yeah.
think you're going into this totally with blank, right? Because
Yeah.
if you're going into this totally blank, then then you can say, then you can also go and say, I really don't know, this is what I'm inclined to answer, but I want to
Mm.
ask for your input, because I'm
So
not,
pwede.
I don't have a solid basis for
Yeah.
that, or I'm not really sure about that answer. And so
Yeah.
at least you're showing to your boss that this is the help I need. At the same time, it's not as if I'm not thinking about it.
That's true.
Because
That's
if you
true.
are, because if you're not thinking about it, yun, may ka lang gagawin doon. Di ba? Pero pinapakita mo na, okay, ito yung thinking process ko, ito yung pinag-iisipan ko, pero gusto ko lumapit and to ask for what is it really. Like, again,
Yeah.
it really depends on the topic. It really depends on what you're asking here. So bottom line, the tip that what we're sharing here is that be open to sharing with your boss the thought process
That's
also.
true. That's true.
So,
That's
because that
true.
will also help your boss ask better questions. In a
That
way,
is
you're
true
training
also.
your boss how to support you, because if that's not the help you wanted, you gotta tell them, and you gotta help them understand what is the sort of help that you want.
That is true. And I think, Elipi, you made a very good point there, no? Bringing it to this is not the help I wanted. So yes, clarify what is the help you wanted. And maybe just to try to expound further, no? You started by saying I approached boss for clarification. So I will just hinge on the word clarification which you used, which basically means, most likely to my mind, to jump off what Lippy said, I have a certain thought process. I have some ideas that I'm already cooking up, so to speak. But I'm not sure about one, two, three things, or I'm not quite sure if I'm understanding the need or the request correctly. And so therefore I need clarification. So I think what might need to be clarified naman for the boss is, boss, I'm not asking you to give me the direction or to tell me exactly what to do. I just need, as Lippy put it, I need to make sure we're aligned on where we're going. And there are very good reasons for that. To avoid rework, to avoid frustration, to name just two. And I'm sure you can imagine many.